Ford Field in Detroit. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They go play action here on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
No gain on the play there. Second down. The Lions at 8-3 now. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. I mean, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Gibbs, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Gibbs, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him.
And this time he is in. A great play there. With his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
A nice little juke. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On play action, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Lawrence will throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Week 13 here in the NFL. First weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now. And we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Running out of the gun with Etienne. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lawrence. First target, first catch, and a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He'll get it inside the 20, and he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to throw again is Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick.
Lawrence hit, and the ball is free.
But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne.
Down to the 25. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Derek Barnes.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. Williams brings it in. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Rolling to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, They all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Gibbs. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Jags are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jones.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Another tote for ETN.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
75 yards now for ETN, and he's got a 1st down.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Travis Etienne
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
McManus's point after is good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll set up a throw. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 40 now on second down, Lawrence. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Draw play, Etienne.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a win here for the Lions, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.